Stillness in abundance, family. Love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance. Love and light, health and wholeness. Stillness in abundance. Love and light, health and wholeness. To one and to all. Y'all know as usual, I'm out here doing what it do. This is your host and co-pilot, C.O.V.I.D. It's a cloudy day, but that's why we appear to be lights upon the surface of the earth to all the children of the sun, star seeds and light workers. Enjoying the nature of our nether, our divine hood, our God space. You showing up. Yeah, it was raining. It was raining for the most part of the day. But nature busy. And finches out here, robins out here, ravens out here, catbirds out here. There's been a few species out here. Yeah. It's something special to open your door and the birds just fly all in the house. I had 2 episodes of that. I had to help them out. Ultramagnetic frequency cause all things to track to you when you're radiating in the highest version of your solar body, your solar being, your light body. But at the same time staying grounded to the earth. Yeah. We don't want to get too light that we lift ourselves up off the planet. We gotta stay here for those who follow and walk with me. You know. I'm gonna get ready to tap in though, family. The wind's picking up. Yes. In the presence of the masters. The ethers will increase its velocity. For those who study the lives of the masters. Love and light, health and wholeness. Stealing of abundance, power and plenty. Love and light, stillness and abundance, health and wholeness, cognitive consciousness and soul control team. Hope everybody in the highest and truest version of your authentic self, feeling good for no reason at all. It's nothing better than being in that space. I want to start out by saying, whoever you are, wherever you are the most important person on the planet. We got to be our own hero. And then sometimes that means you got to think for yourself, concerning yourself. And in the process of doing that, sometimes you'll find yourself by yourself. And that's a good place to be. Because when you're by yourself and you're okay sitting in that space, the universe opens itself up to you. And I'm just coming off the cup at the moment. That wasn't even part of, any of the downloads that I wrote down. But evidently, it needed to be said. You are the most important person on the planet. Don't put your time and energy into a burning house. And many of us so used to staying in burning houses. I mean, toxic environments, toxic relationships, toxic business partnerships, toxic all kind of mess. We don't even know how to search for anything better because we don't got used to being settled. some call it settling for less, being in a settling energy. Our mind lines is our timelines. I just was on a phone conversation, and the last thing the brother said before we disconnected was, you can tell a lot about a person by the people that they hang around. And what was ironic about that, because let life pass by. What was ironic about that, because I had just came across a video on the Breakfast Club, and Master P was on there, and that was one of the things that he said that stood out to me. You could tell a lot about a person by the people that they hang around. So I'm gonna say again, don't put your time and energy into a burning house. Your mind line is your timeline. Be aware of character catfish and karmic imposters. And what that means is, for those who are aware of the term karmic cycles and the laws governing karma, we don't have inner experiences with outside entities. What that means is, we don't have personal experiences with people that we don't know. All our personal experiences we have with people that we know. We need to pay more attention to that. All our experiences we have with people we know. So if a enemy is ever present to you, it's because of the enemy within you. When you clean the enemy without you, the enemy external of you will be very clear. The only thing one has to do then is decide what you're going to do with it. All we have to do is decide what we're going to do with the energy that's put before us, and we recognize it as an energy that we don't want or make us uncomfortable. You're not entitled to accept it. I'm going to say again, be aware of character catfish. Character catfish are probably in people perpetrating themselves to be of your likeness. Karmic imposters are people posing themselves to be just like you in your absence. We got to know how to peel the mask off people through energy. Pay attention to intention. Pay attention to intention. Know where people coming from when they speaking. COVID gave us plenty of time to tap into ourselves. You know, while they was working on COVID certification of vaccination ID, when they was working on how they was gonna implement that, I was also working in the COVID vibration too. The only difference is my COVID operation was taking the time to create our vision in detail. COVID, create our vision in detail. Somebody will catch it. And it's a good space to be in. Love is your ultramagnetic force, and when you operating in the ultramagnetic force of love, everything attracts. Y'all see how the animals just taking off while I'm popping off? Yeah, pay attention. You gotta get out the split personality, and switch it from right to left, and come into balance. You know, stop operating in the left, because we right brain people by nature. For those of us ascending, for the star seeds, and those of us ascending into higher realms of being in this physical embodiment, it's important to acknowledge not all star seeds and light workers are on the planet to teach and heal. Not all light workers and star seeds within these different spiritual communities that we're experiencing through the internet, while we should be tapping into the internet, don't have a positive intention. Many didn't come here to help us evolve. Many support a darker mission. It's important to learn how to use your intuition and your discernment. Let me pause for a minute while these ambulances and whatever going on around us subside. I'm gonna start again because I was so I didn't even pay attention that the sirens was going on until I paid attention that the sirens was going on. But that I was saying, for those of us ascending into higher beings, for the star seeds and light workers on the positive side or the highest order, we need to know that not all star seeds and light workers are on the planet to teach and heal. Not all light workers or spiritual communities are intent on helping us all evolve. Many have selfish purposes and means, and many support a darker mission. They say you can tell a tree by the fruit it bears, so we must pay attention. I say that to say, what you vibrating on is what you will gravitate to. Whatever you vibrating on is what you will gravitate to. Love is a fifth dimensional activity, and you can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it. Another one of the downloads I had got is what came from scripture that says, "Be ye renewed by the transforming of your mind." So when I really integrated that into my being, and I say, with every master that ever been recognized as a spiritual master, I'm gonna say that again, every spiritual master that has ever been recognized as a spiritual master said that same thing. It's probably in a different way. Be renewed by the transforming of your mind. In order to renew your being or to transform your being, you got to transform your mind. And there's many levels to that, because we peel in layers and we heal in layers. So a truth today may not be your truth tomorrow. You know how many times I don't had to realign myself with different forms of truth as my awareness expanded. So a truth today may not be your truth tomorrow. What you stand on today may not be what you have to stand on for tomorrow. We have to renew our minds daily. Rip yourself apart daily. Saturn and Uranus busy. I forgot exactly where it is. It's a lot of planets busy right now, but it's a lot to do with, it splits taking place in all levels. Everything that happens within is because it's happening in the universe. Microcosm, macrocosm. So it's a lot of splits going on. So union can take place within the collective. My point is, the planets is busy to help us get out this loop, man. To get out this continued loop. Some of us in the loop like this, and some of us in the figure 8 loop. And this is how we should be looping. We should be looping like this, not going through the same thing we did last year, and then the year before that, and then the year before that, because this time of year is the year that show you all of that. So it's showing if you're growing, and it's showing if you're not. Your consciousness. This was a beautiful download. When my higher self said to my physical self, "Hey, C.O.V.I.D, don't you know your consciousness been here longer than you?" And I said, "Wow, I'm gonna share that with the family." Your consciousness been here longer than you. You might be 20, you might be, because I don't know the ages of the people who come across these videos, but I know it go as low as in the 20s. So you might, whether you're in your 20s or you're in your 50s and 60s, we need to know that and recognize that our consciousness is older than this physical embodiment we're in. My purpose in saying that is, because we've been too busy putting the focus on the body instead of the consciousness that operate in the mind that we call ourselves having. Making the flesh our idol. The part of us that's going to return to the ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We've been making an idol of that. Some of us trying to figure out a way that you can connect the U-Haul to your hearse so you can take your physical possessions with you. See, it's a lot of misconceptions going on in this spiritual evolution that will be our spiritual revolution that will not be televised because it will be taking place in the likes of me and yous. It's time to tap into eternal and immortal part of us. That's my point. Unlimited potential is waiting for us all. I don't care what nobody say they can give you. The unlimited in potential is within us. Unlimited potential consciously creates reality. So I say that to say, be kind to yourself. What you put out is what you get back. Magnified. Be mindful. Our thoughts are our energy field. As I said before, be ye renewed by the transforming of your mind. You know, radiate positivity daily. Discipline yourself in positive joy, happiness, health, wholeness, light, love. Radiate yourself, build yourself up in positive frequencies and build that momentum so your auric force gets stronger. To master your thoughts is to master your perceptions. When you master your perceptions, you master your reality. If you're not failing at something, you're not trying. So I'm going to say it another way. You're not trying unless you're failing and unless it's frustrating. Because you got to fail in frustration in order to become a master of anything. Because levels of failure that lead to levels of frustration become your fuel. Become your fuel. This is how desire is built. It's built up for you to want to build better. Frustration and failure. That don't mean anybody is a failure, but we got to fail to get better at anything. Nobody just come into this plane mastering anything. You know, we do have prodigies, but most of us not one. I say that to say most open books are typically misunderstood by people who aren't ready to overstand. Most open books, if you're transparent, if you're a person of clarity, you probably become an open book. If you're able to share your life without shame, you become an open book. And most open books are typically misunderstood by people who aren't ready to understand because they haven't become an open book to themselves. I say that to say the clearest sight has its own vision. Don't be distracted by self-delusional people. All of us have the all-seeing ability and knowing because it lies within us. But all of us haven't started the work to tap into it. But please do, because it only starts within you. And the reason why I'm pointing on that, on this connecting is because connection to the all is the highest fulfillment. It's the highest fulfillment. And when you arrive, I won't know when you arrive. Only you will. But when you arrive, there's nothing to look back to, family. It's forward movement. In different timelines, different dimensions, different realms. So I say that to say, salute to all the family who are transforming their physical 3D vessel into a 4D vessel and operating with a 5D mind. Ultramagnetic salute to y'all in love and light. It's important to allow life's wounds. Because my wisdom today came from wounds. My life wisdom came from life wounds. So I'm saying that to say it's important to allow life wounds to be life wisdom. And with that, you come into peace, because peace comes with closure. And closure comes with an open mind. Somebody will catch you. with that, family, to be less transparent makes you more transparent. And what I mean by that is, I had to step back, I had to fall back, I had to cut myself off, you see, so I could come more online with myself. And everybody that I may be personally connected to may not personally understand it. And for those who don't, it's probably because they're not doing the work to the level that I'm doing the work, and that's okay. To each his own. Everybody has their own mission with why they're here, and everybody has their own work connected to the collective and why they're here. But when it's time to do individual work, be obedient. I say that to say individual work, in the inner work. And I say that to say you haven't faced your enemy till you face yourself. And you haven't faced yourself until you face your fears. And to do that, you're going to need solitude. Because in solitude, every experience becomes higher learning. I love y'all, family. Love and light, health and wholeness, stillness and abundance, power and plenty. Inspire, compliment, encourage, feel good for no reason at all. Stay true and authentic to the highest version of yourself, because you don't want to be like nobody else. Trust me, because you really don't want what they may have coming. And if you're doing good, you don't want to give your blessings away. I love y'all. Stay up. Cosmic Consciousness.